Alright, so we are at New York International Auto Show. They don't let you drive these things, but you can sit there as a passenger, so why not? Not that I'm interested in my car, but I'm interested in the Lightning, so we'll see how that goes.
Electric F-150 Lightning. This is the Platinum Edition, so it's got the plush interior. It does about 300 miles per charge. That has about 775 foot-pounds of torque, about 426 horsepower. The Mach-E's on the course are getting about 0 to 60 in about 3.5 seconds. These ones are aiming for just under 4.5 seconds.
Well, I have Mach-E Select, so it doesn't go 3.5 seconds.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I think it's 5 or something.
Yeah, these are
but I still love it.
Yeah, they're not bad. Let's get that turned on.
And then this looks like Mach-E mostly.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially the screen and the infotainment, this system. Yeah, it looks similar, really. Well, that's what I thought.
The system's not turning on for you. Well, sorry guys. We're just gonna launch it. You ready?
All right. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. It normally has an audio thing. It kind of counts down. It makes it fun.
Oh, that's okay.
You didn't get the whole experience.
Does it have this propulsion sound feature like the Mach-E has?
I think it does.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really use it. I just tried it a few times, but it's kind of fun.
I've not had experience with that. Yeah, is it? I'm gonna have to play with that next time I get in a Mach-E.
Well, can I just see here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, propulsion sound. There we go.
There you go.
All
so
right.
You probably know more than I do about that.
All right. All right. Thank you very much for the ride.
Have a good day.
You too. So, Ford F-150 right here for you guys. Yep, the Lightning. And here's a Mach-E next. Waiting for its turn.
Hi, so what's the...
Make sure that works. I think it does.
There we had Lightning and the Mach-E. There's also E-Transit here. Here's another Lightning here, but you can't touch it, obviously. So here we go. And there's a Mach-E here on display, which I really not gonna go look at because I have one anyway. I drive one every day. Hey, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Yuri, nice to meet you. Yep, let's go. I've seen quite a few in the wild, but I never had a chance to sit in it at least. Okay, where's the handle?
It's actually blended into that, so just reach all the way towards the door panel. On top, all the way.
Oh!
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
I couldn't see this.
That threw me for a loop
Yeah.
the first time I got one of these too. I was like, So this is the all-wheel drive model. You can get this in rear-wheel drive as well. This has a motor front and rear. Combined 320 horsepower, 446 foot-pounds of torque. Now, there's 2 battery pack options. Now, this is the only battery pack you can get with the all-wheel drive model, 77.4 kilowatts. The rear-wheel drive model, you can get kind of more of an economy version with a lower horsepower motor that's 58 kilowatts. as well. That particular model starts at $39,900, so a little bit more of an affordable option. This, as it sits, MSRP is for about $55,000 with the all-wheel drive and with the extended battery pack. So anyway, we'll run a few laps around here. One thing I like about this car, we all come from motorsports racing. There's no body roll in this, so you can kind of chuck it in here, and it's very flat, which is great. Particularly considering this is a commuter car. One thing that I like to nerd out on a little bit too, this has a really good regenerative braking system in it. So in other words, I really don't need to use the brakes. I'm in a very low setting right now, but if I were to go all the way up to its most aggressive setting, it's like using the brake pedal about 40%. So, works pretty well for that. Basically turns the motors into generators. The resistance to that's pretty strong.
Yeah, I have a Ford Mach-E, and I almost never use the brake pedal. Really, yeah, it's braking well. As long as you plan your stop, you're good.
As long as you're looking ahead.
Yeah, unless you have a do emergency stop, then yeah, of course you gotta hit the brake. But otherwise, you know, I don't even touch it.
It's nice because theoretically you'll almost never need to replace your brake pads or your rotors.
Yeah, well, they say it still engages the brake at the very end, so I guess the replacement's still coming, but not in like 30,000 miles. Maybe 130,000.
One difference with this is that this will actually use the motor all the way through.
Okay.
So it doesn't, now if you put it in park, that's different.
Right.
But if you're just rolling to a stop, it'll actually use the motor to roll all the way to a stop.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. All right, well, thank you very much for the ride. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the taxis. New York City taxi. Of course, we have a Model Y here. And we have Ford Mustang Mach-E. It has a New York City taxi. Oh, very nice, very nice. Very interesting, the way they did it. Can I open? Well, no one says anything. Yeah, that looks like my car, but it's a taxi with a huge, big-ass screen in there. I wonder how long before it breaks, or someone breaks it, or someone kicks it accidentally with the knee. But hey, here it is. Nothing changed in the front except that one screen for taxi. That's the meter. But other than that, it's the same exact car. Look, Department of Corrections now have the Mach-E.
My appreciation to especially all the panelists gathered here today on stage who are ready to share with you.
And here's the test truck for all these electric vehicles.
It's so nice to be back.
This lower level is, it looks like the lower level now has electric vehicles only, for the most part. There are a little bit of cars out there, but mostly the electric vehicles. So this is a test drive truck. Well, obviously you cannot drive it. They're gonna drive you in the car. I don't even know what this car is. This is something weird. But here we go. There's some press conference going on there, but honestly I'm not that interested. Okay, this is Kia Niro. How quiet it is. The next Kia Niro. But you can see the Volvo Recharge, you can see the Volkswagen ID4, and this new car, VinFast, that I've never heard of before today. Really never heard of it, but it's VinFast, that's what it's called.
Something as special as the New York Auto Show is an incredible feeling. This event dates back to 1900, and although...
Well, I knew it, but I just confirmed, so I don't have to be sorry. You can't drive these vehicles, obviously, they just drive you in them, which was totally expected. Alright, so I made another video for my other channel in another language, but here it is. I was mostly concerned about the electric vehicles, and this is how the press conferences actually look like from behind the cameras.
We're gathered in
You
here
can
today features this massive multi-brand test track where visitors will be able to take a ride in a whole range of electric vehicles from numerous companies.
Alright, anyway guys, until the next time, I'm going to visit this New York Auto Show next year. I've been here every single year starting 2011. Obviously, I had to skip the last 2 years just like everybody else because there was no auto show at all. But I'll be back here next year. Hopefully there'll be no more cancellations like we had in 2020 and 2021. So I'll see you next time, and definitely see you next year right here in the same place, the New York International Auto Show. Bye.